Wisdom seekers, let me ask you something. What if there was a hidden treasure in your life? Not gold, not jewels, not fame, but something far rarer, far more enduring. A treasure that quietly shapes the quality of your existence, whether you notice it or not. This treasure is called true friendship. And yet for many it remains elusive, misunderstood, undervalued, and sadly neglected. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the 10 unmistakable signs of a real friend. But this isn't just a list, it's a philosophical exploration, a map through the labyrinth of human connection. We'll summon the wisdom of Stoicism and the timeless truths of ancient philosophers to illuminate our path. For as the Stoics believed, relationships are not merely ornaments of life. They are its essence. Epictetus said, "We are not isolated beings, we are part of the human community." Yet how often do we mistake casual acquaintances for true companions? And how often do we let surface-level connections blind us to the rare, transformative power of a real friend? In a world of fleeting interactions and shallow exchanges, how can we recognize someone who truly belongs in the sacred inner circle of our lives? Let's dive deep, unraveling what makes a friendship profound and discover the hidden signs that separate the real from the false. Together, let's sharpen our perception, enrich our bonds, and deepen our understanding of this rarest of treasures. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Every like, subscribe helps us continue our mission of sharing knowledge. Ready to unlock more wisdom? Let's get started. Sign 1. A real friend stays steady in the storm. Picture yourself in a moment of utter chaos. Perhaps you've made a mistake that seems impossible to undo. Maybe life has thrown you into a pit of uncertainty. A sudden loss, a betrayal, a failure. In those moments, when the world feels as if it's crumbling beneath your feet, who is standing beside you? This is where the measure of friendship is revealed. Real friends are not those who share your table only when it's laden with feasts. They are the ones who sit with you in silence when the banquet is gone and hunger gnaws at your soul. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once wrote, "A man's true worth is seen in his actions during times of trial, not comfort." Friendship operates under the same principle. It's not proven in moments of ease, but in the trials of life. Think of the storms you've endured. Who remained when you had nothing to offer? Who listened without judgment? Not because they had something to gain, but because they genuinely cared. Real friends don't walk away when the scenery turns bleak. Instead, they dig in deeper, becoming the anchor that steadies your ship amidst the crashing waves. This quality of steadfastness goes beyond mere loyalty. It's not about blind allegiance, but an active, deliberate choice to stay, even when leaving might be easier. The ancient philosopher Aristotle saw friendship as an extension of virtue. He believed that true friends seek not just the good times, but the cultivation of each other's moral and spiritual strength. They see your struggle not as a burden, but as an opportunity to be there for you in the truest sense. How can you recognize this kind of friendship in your life? It's not in their words during times of joy, but in their quiet presence during times of despair. A real friend doesn't just listen to your pain, they absorb it. They don't merely sympathize, they empathize. When everyone else has drifted away, their constancy feels like a lighthouse, guiding you back to shore. But here's the catch. Real friends like this are rare. As Epictetus wisely noted, it is not the quantity of friendships that matters, but their quality. When you find someone who stays steady in your storms, you've unearthed a treasure beyond compare. Cherish them, nurture that bond, and, when their time of need arises, stand as steady for them as they were for you. Sign 2. A real friend speaks the truth, even when it hurts. Imagine this scenario. You're on the brink of making a life-altering decision, and deep down you suspect it might not be the right one. Most people around you smile, nod, and tell you what you want to hear. But one person, your true friend, steps forward and says what no one else dares to, the truth. This is the second sign of a real friend. They speak with honesty, even when their words might sting. The Stoics revered truth as a cornerstone of virtue. Seneca put it best when he said, "A friend is not one who panders to your every whim, but one who challenges you to be better." A real friend understands that sometimes the most loving act is to confront you with the reality you might be avoiding. Think about this. Why do so many friendships falter over time? Often, it's because people avoid difficult conversations. They'd rather preserve a fragile peace than risk a temporary rupture. But true friends prioritize authenticity over comfort. They don't shy away from difficult truths because they value your growth more than your immediate approval. Here's where the magic of this trait lies. When a real friend speaks the truth, it doesn't come from a place of superiority or criticism. It comes from love. Their honesty is not a weapon but a mirror held gently but firmly, reflecting back what you need to see. Consider the role of Socratic dialogue in philosophy, a method that involves asking hard questions to uncover deeper truths. True friends act as your personal philosophers, questioning you not to tear you down, but to build you up. However, there's another layer to this. Real friends also know how to speak the truth. They don't blurt out their opinions recklessly, nor do they seek to embarrass or belittle you. Instead, they approach you with compassion, timing their words carefully and ensuring their intentions are clear. A real friend's honesty is like a surgeon's scalpel, precise, purposeful, and ultimately healing. How can you identify this sign in your life? Think back to moments when someone you trusted told you something hard to hear. Did their words later prove invaluable? Did they push you to make a better decision or avoid a potential pitfall? If so, you've encountered the rare and beautiful honesty of a true friend. It may not always feel pleasant in the moment, but over time, you'll recognize it as one of the greatest gifts a friend can offer. Sign 3. A real friend celebrates your success without envy. Success is a peculiar thing. It has the power to illuminate the character of those around you, often in unexpected ways. When you achieve something great, the reactions of those closest to you can reveal whether they are true friends or simply fair-weather companions. A real friend celebrates your success without envy, and this is one of the clearest and most profound signs of authentic friendship. Jealousy is a natural human emotion, but a true friend rises above it. Instead of comparing themselves to you or feeling diminished by your achievements, they revel in your triumphs as if they were their own. This selflessness is a hallmark of what Aristotle referred to as the highest form of friendship, which is rooted in mutual admiration and shared joy. A real friend sees your success not as a threat, but as a reflection of their own love and investment in you. Think of the moments when you've reached a milestone, whether it was a promotion, a creative breakthrough, or a personal victory. Who clapped the loudest? Who beamed with pride, their happiness untainted by the shadow of comparison? These are the people who truly have your back. It's not just about celebrating, though. A real friend actively supports your journey to success. They encourage you, provide feedback, and cheer you on every step of the way. And when the spotlight shines on you, they're not sulking in the shadows. They're standing beside you, basking in the glow of your achievement with genuine joy. Philosophers have long pondered the nature of envy and its corrosive effects on relationships. The Stoics believed that envy stems from a misunderstanding of what truly matters in life. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Do not allow yourself to be distracted by the success of others. Focus instead on your own path." Real friends embody this wisdom. They are so secure in their own journey that your success doesn't threaten their sense of self. It enhances it. But here's a question worth reflecting on. Are you the kind of friend who can celebrate without envy? True friendship is a two-way street. To attract and nurture real friends, you must also embody the qualities you seek. When your friends achieve something great, let their joy fill you with gratitude. Support them wholeheartedly, and in doing so, strengthen the bond you share. This sign of friendship is rare in a world obsessed with comparison and competition. But when you find someone who delights in your victories as much as their own, you've discovered a bond that transcends the superficial. This kind of friendship not only enriches your life, but also reminds you of the beauty of shared humanity, the ability to lift each other up and celebrate, without reservation, the light we bring to the world. Sign 4. A real friend respects your boundaries. There is a quiet yet powerful beauty in someone who truly respects your boundaries. In a world where relationships can often feel overwhelming or intrusive, the friend who understands and honors your personal space shines like a beacon of emotional maturity. This respect is not just about giving you distance when needed. It's about understanding the rhythms of your life and walking beside you without ever overstepping. True friends recognize that their presence in your life is a privilege, not a right. The philosopher Epictetus taught, freedom is the right to choose one's own actions without imposition from others. A real friend upholds this principle, never coercing you into decisions or guilting you into situations that go against your values or comfort. They understand that boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are pathways to deeper, healthier relationships. Think about the times when you've needed to step back and recharge. Did someone respect that without demanding explanations or feeling offended? That's a real friend. They don't interpret your boundaries as rejection. Instead, they see them as expressions of your individuality. They know that respecting your limits is a way of honoring who you are at your core. This respect extends to every aspect of your life: your time, your energy, your emotions, and even your dreams. A real friend doesn't try to control or manipulate you. They don't press you to share more than you're ready to, or push you toward paths that don't align with your goals. Instead, they listen, observe, and adapt to your needs. But this principle cuts both ways. Just as they respect your boundaries, they expect you to respect theirs. Mutual respect forms the bedrock of a healthy friendship. It allows both parties to feel safe and valued, fostering a connection rooted in trust rather than obligation. Aristotle believed that boundaries were essential for maintaining virtue in relationships. Without them, he argued, friendships can become imbalanced, with one person taking more than they give. True friends ensure this never happens. They practice moderation and fairness, giving you the space to be yourself while offering their unwavering support. Reflect on your closest relationships. Are there people who have respected your boundaries time and again, without question or resentment? If so, you've encountered a rare gem, a friend who understands the delicate balance of connection and individuality. Hold on to them, for they are the ones who allow you to thrive as your authentic self. Sign 5. A real friend challenges you to grow. Growth is an uncomfortable process. It often requires us to confront our weaknesses, step out of our comfort zones, and embrace change. And while many people may encourage you from a distance, a true friend actively pushes you toward becoming the best version of yourself. This is the 5th sign of a real friend. They challenge you to grow, even when it's hard. The Stoics believed that growth and discomfort are inseparable. Seneca famously wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." A real friend understands this truth and refuses to let you stagnate. They see your potential and refuse to let fear, complacency, or self-doubt hold you back. This sign often manifests in subtle yet profound ways. Perhaps they encourage you to take a risk you've been avoiding, like applying for a job, ending a toxic relationship, or pursuing a dream you've buried. Or maybe they call you out on habits or mindsets that no longer serve you. Whatever form it takes, their challenges are not criticisms, they're acts of love. It's important to distinguish this from unsolicited advice or meddling. A real friend doesn't impose their will on you. Instead, they act as a mirror, reflecting your potential and gently nudging you toward it. They celebrate your growth and stand beside you as you navigate the inevitable discomfort that comes with it. Imagine you're climbing a steep mountain. A real friend doesn't carry you to the top, nor do they wait passively at the base. Instead, they climb beside you, encouraging you to keep going when your legs ache and your resolve falters. They don't let you quit because they know the view from the summit is worth the struggle. Philosophers like Socrates believed that challenging someone was the highest form of friendship. Through his relentless questioning, Socrates guided others toward self-discovery and wisdom. True friends adopt this role in your life, not by interrogating you, but by inspiring you to think deeply about your choices, values, and aspirations. Have you ever had someone challenge you in this way? It might have felt uncomfortable at first, but over time, their encouragement helped you achieve something you never thought possible. That's the hallmark of a real friend. They see your greatness even when you don't, and refuse to let you settle for less. Sign 6. A real friend forgives and seeks reconciliation. To err is human, and within every relationship, mistakes are inevitable. Harsh words are spoken, misunderstandings arise, and expectations sometimes go unmet. What defines a true friend is not the absence of conflict, but their ability to forgive and seek reconciliation. This is the sixth sign of a real friend. They value the relationship enough to heal wounds and move forward with grace. Forgiveness is a central tenet of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius advised, "When you wake each day, remind yourself that others will wrong you, but they, like you, are imperfect beings." A real friend embodies this mindset. They don't hold grudges or allow resentment to fester. Instead, they approach conflicts with humility and a willingness to mend what's been broken. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior or sweeping issues under the rug. It means choosing to prioritize the relationship over the hurt. A real friend is someone who sees the bigger picture. They recognize that one argument, one mistake, or one misstep doesn't define the entirety of your bond. They extend grace, not because it's easy, but because they value the connection you share. Reconciliation, however, is a two-way street. A true friend doesn't just forgive, they also seek forgiveness when they've wronged you. They're willing to admit their faults, apologize sincerely, and take steps to rebuild trust. This mutual commitment to repair is what distinguishes a fleeting acquaintance from a lifelong friend. Think of the times in your life when someone has forgiven you for a mistake. How did it feel to know that they valued your friendship more than their pride? Or recall a moment when a friend came to you with an earnest apology, seeking to make things right. These are the moments that deepen bonds and prove the resilience of real friendship. Philosophers have long emphasized the transformative power of forgiveness. Aristotle argued that friendships built on virtue must be resilient, capable of enduring challenges and conflicts. True friends, he believed, approach disagreements not as threats, but as opportunities to grow closer through understanding and compromise. If you've experienced this kind of forgiveness and reconciliation, you know how rare and beautiful it is. A real friend doesn't let disagreements linger or fester. They address them with courage, humility, and love, ensuring that your bond remains unshaken. In a world where so many relationships crumble under the weight of unresolved conflict, this sign is a testament to the strength and authenticity of true friendship. Sign 7. A real friend supports you without conditions. Unconditional support. This might be one of the rarest and most precious gifts a person can offer. In a world where so many relationships are transactional, where favors come with strings attached and help is offered only when convenient, the real friend stands apart. They support you without conditions, without expecting anything in return. Their help is not a loan to be repaid, but an act of pure generosity, born of love and care. Stoic philosophy places great emphasis on virtue as the ultimate goal of life. And one of the highest virtues, according to Seneca, is magnanimity, or greatness of soul. A real friend embodies this greatness through their selflessness. They offer their time, their energy, and their resources, not because they expect a reward, but because they genuinely want to see you thrive. What is good must be shared, the Stoics believed, and true friends live by this principle. This kind of support can take many forms. It might be the friend who shows up at your doorstep unasked when you're going through a tough time. It might be the one who invests hours helping you prepare for a big opportunity, or who lends you their shoulder to cry on when words fail. What distinguishes a real friend's support is its sincerity and constancy. They're not there only when it's convenient or when they stand to gain something. They're there because they care, plain and simple. Think about your own life. Who has supported you in this way? Who has been there in your darkest moments, offering their presence and assistance without hesitation? These friends are the true jewels of your life. They don't tally favors or remind you of their sacrifices. They give freely, knowing that real friendship is not a ledger, but a mutual wellspring of care and kindness. Aristotle described this kind of friendship as one of reciprocal goodwill. It's not transactional, but it does flow both ways over time. A true friend supports you unconditionally, not because they expect repayment, but because they trust in the strength of the bond you share. And when the tables turn, you instinctively offer the same support to them. When you find someone who supports you like this, cherish them. But more importantly, strive to be this kind of friend. The philosopher Epictetus reminded his students, give, not to receive, but because it is right to give. This mindset transforms relationships into sanctuaries of trust and love, unshaken by the trials of life. Sign 8. A real friend accepts you as you are, yet inspires you to be better. At the heart of every genuine friendship lies a delicate balance between acceptance and aspiration. A real friend embraces you for who you are, flaws, quirks, and all, yet subtly inspires you to reach for something greater. This duality of unconditional love and gentle encouragement is one of the most powerful signs of true friendship. Acceptance is the foundation. A real friend doesn't try to change you or mold you into their ideal version of a companion. They see your uniqueness and value it. They know your flaws and love you not despite them, but because of the whole person you are. This kind of acceptance can feel like a sanctuary, a safe space where you're free to be yourself without fear of judgment. But here's the magic of a real friend. They don't stop at acceptance. They also inspire you to grow. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." A true friend embodies this principle. Through their own actions, values, and encouragement, they challenge you to rise to your potential. Not through pressure, but through inspiration. Think about the friends who have had the greatest impact on your life. Were they the ones who simply agreed with everything you did? Or were they the ones who made you think, who inspired you to strive for something better? A real friend doesn't settle for mediocrity on your behalf. They see the greatness within you and gently nudge you toward it. This balance of acceptance and inspiration is rare because it requires deep understanding and emotional intelligence. A real friend knows when to support you as you are and when to challenge you to become more. They never make you feel inadequate, but their presence in your life naturally elevates you. The philosopher Aristotle viewed this dynamic as the pinnacle of friendship. He believed that true friends mirror each other's virtues, encouraging mutual growth. Over time, such friendships become a shared journey of self-improvement, with both individuals striving to become their best selves. How can you recognize this sign in your life? Look for the people who accept you without judgment, yet inspire you to dream bigger, work harder, and live more authentically. These are the friends who hold up a mirror, not just to who you are, but to who you could become. Treasure them, for they are rare, and their presence in your life is transformative. Sign 9. A real friend shares your burdens. Life is heavy. Its challenges, responsibilities, and sorrows often feel too much for one person to bear alone. A real friend is someone who notices your burden and doesn't hesitate to step in and help carry it. This is the 9th sign of true friendship. They share your burdens, lightening your load not out of duty, but out of love. The Stoics believe that human beings are interconnected, that we are not islands, but parts of a greater whole. Epictetus taught, "What hurts the hive hurts the bee." A true friend lives this philosophy. They understand that your struggles are not yours alone to endure. They willingly shoulder part of the weight, knowing that by doing so they strengthen not just you, but the bond you share. This sharing of burdens can be physical, emotional, or even spiritual. Maybe it's the friend who helps you move when your world is in upheaval, who listens patiently as you pour out your heart, or who simply sits with you in silence during a moment of grief. What matters is not the specific act, but the intention behind it, a genuine desire to ease your pain and lighten your load. Think back to moments of difficulty in your life. Who stepped up without being asked? Who noticed your struggle and offered help, even if it inconvenienced them? These are the friends who embody this sign. They don't offer help as a favor to be returned, but as an expression of love. The act of sharing burdens doesn't just benefit the person in need, it deepens the bond between friends. It creates a sense of mutual trust and reliance, a partnership in navigating life's challenges. Over time, this kind of friendship becomes a source of strength, a reminder that you're never truly alone. Aristotle believed that true friends are like a second self. When they help you, they're not just aiding another person, they're supporting a part of themselves. This perspective transforms the act of sharing burdens into something profound, a celebration of shared humanity and connection. If you've experienced this kind of friendship, you know how profoundly it can impact your life. A real friend's willingness to share your burdens is a testament to their love and loyalty. Cherish them and strive to be that kind of friend in return. For in the sharing of burdens, we find not just relief, but the deep, unshakable bonds that make life meaningful. Sign 10. A real friend stands the test of time. Time is the ultimate measure of a true friendship. When the initial excitement fades, when life's circumstances change, when distance or challenges arise, the real friend remains. This enduring presence, unaffected by the passing years or the shifting tides of life, is the 10th and most profound sign of true friendship. They stand the test of time. Seneca once wrote, "True happiness is found in the constant companionship of those who understand us." A real friend is not a fleeting presence in your life. They don't disappear when things become difficult or inconvenient. They don't drift away because of misunderstandings or new distractions. Instead, they stay rooted, offering their loyalty and companionship no matter the season. Time reveals the true nature of people. In the beginning, it's easy to mistake acquaintances or situational friends for something deeper. But as years pass, as life changes and tests you both, the truth becomes clear. A real friend doesn't just exist in your brightest moments. They're also there during your darkest. They celebrate your successes, grieve your losses, and walk beside you through the ordinary, uneventful days in between. Think of the friendships in your life. Which ones have endured? Who are the people you can call after years of silence and pick up exactly where you left off? These are the friends who understand that the essence of a true bond isn't constant communication or proximity. It's a shared commitment that transcends time and circumstance. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of constancy in relationships. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is good for you, hold fast to it." A real friend is one of the greatest goods in life, and their enduring presence is a treasure beyond compare. They are a living reminder that, amidst the impermanence of the world, some things can remain steady. This constancy doesn't mean the friendship is always easy. There may be disagreements, periods of distance, or moments of doubt, but real friends have an unspoken understanding. No matter what happens, the bond remains intact. They weather the storms, repair the cracks, and emerge stronger for it. Reflect on the friendships that have lasted through the years. What makes them different? What has allowed them to endure while others faded? Chances are it's the unwavering loyalty and mutual respect that define true friendship. When you find someone who stands the test of time, you've found something priceless. Nurture that connection, for it's a rare gift that few are fortunate enough to receive. Final thoughts: the beauty of real friendship. Friendship, in its truest form, is one of life's greatest treasures. It is a sanctuary, a source of strength, and a wellspring of joy. The 10 signs we've explored: trust, loyalty, respect, support, growth, forgiveness, acceptance, inspiration, burden sharing, and endurance, are the markers of a relationship that transcends the superficial and becomes something profoundly meaningful. The Stoics believed that relationships rooted in virtue are essential for a life well lived. As Seneca put it, life without friends is like living on a desert island. True friends enrich our lives in ways that go beyond words. They challenge us to be better, comfort us in times of need, and remind us of the beauty of human connection. But friendship is not just about finding the right people, it's about being the right person. The philosopher Epictetus taught, "If you wish to be loved, love." Real friendship requires effort, selflessness, and vulnerability. It asks us to be present, to listen, to forgive, and to support without expecting anything in return. Take a moment to think about the people in your life. Do you recognize these 10 signs in anyone? If so, reach out to them today. Express your gratitude, nurture the connection, and let them know how much they mean to you. And ask yourself, are you showing these signs to others? Are you the kind of friend you'd want to have? Friendship is a two-way street, and the more we embody these principles, the more we attract people who share them. To all the wisdom seekers watching, remember this: in the end, our connections with others define the quality of our lives. Seek out true friends, cherish them, and most importantly, strive to be one. Let this be a reminder that, no matter where you are in life, you are never alone. Somewhere, someone values you deeply. Cultivate those connections, and you will discover the extraordinary gift of real friendship, a bond that not only enriches your life, but also leaves a legacy of love and loyalty. Thank you for being here, for seeking wisdom, and for striving to live a life of meaning and virtue. Until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, and keep holding fast to what truly matters.